Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Uncle Bruce here from Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to my channel today. Today's date, Sunday, July the 7th, 2025. Nice to have you here. Actually, it's July 7th, 2024. I keep forgetting with my flux capacitor in my future car. I keep coming back and forth from the future and I forget what year it is. But trust me, it's July 7th, 2024. And I want to talk to you about your future. Your future could mean what I could mean by that is you might be able to quit your day job a lot sooner than you thought if you're actually wanting to get out of your employment situation, or you want to retire earlier, or you would like to be self-employed, not work for anyone else ever again, and just look after your own assets. Have you got 10 grand lying around? Because if you've got 10 grand lying around, or more, but I mean, just 10 grand, I can show you a trade that you can do this week that could make you, or in a month, probably make you something like 2,600 bucks in a month. Actually, as a matter of fact, make you more now. Make you about $5,200 in a month. Would that interest you? Would you like to make $5,200 a month on $10,000? Now, if you've got 20, 30, 40, $50,000, multiply that out, you should be able to quit your day job and travel full time if you want, or do whatever you like. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about writing options, because that's what we do on my channel, Stock Markets with Bruce. We talk about writing options for income, and we try to find ways to bring income into the accounts so that, again, my viewers do this. I don't trade. I'm a consultant here. Viewers of mine trade options, bring in income, and they look to quit their day jobs or retire early or much more comfortably. And one of the stocks that is very popular to use for this objective, Nvidia. Let's take a look at Nvidia's contract, or Nvidia's stock chart here. This is a 3-month chart on Nvidia. You probably are very familiar with this if you follow the markets at all. Nvidia back in April and May was sitting around 75 to $85 a share, which is 750 to 850 bucks a share before they did their stock split. And then look at the middle of this chart. The earnings came out for their quarter, and stock did beautifully, and it shot up through the $100 mark, which was $1,000 a share, and they got as high as $140 a share, which is $1,400 a share, and now we're sitting at 125.38. All right, if you take a look at this chart, it's just the same stock, but only 1 month in time. You can see in the last month anywhere from the 120 up to 140. Little under 120 for a blip there, but lately, this last half of the chart, 120 to 130 is kind of the neighborhood. This is a 1-week chart from last week, July, early July till now, and you can see what the stock has done without Thursday. Well, did we have a day off? Didn't we? I think it was Thursday. In any event, look at the chart. You can see what we did here in the last week or so. And we're kind of hanging around, 125, 130, 120, something like that. Now, if you figured that the shares are going to hang around here a while in this neighborhood, I have a stock trade for you where you can take advantage of this market not doing a heck of a lot and get paid for it. If you've got 500 bucks, you can do this trade. If you've got $10,000, you can do 20 of these transactions. Now, this is an example of doing one contract only on Nvidia. The stock at the top, you see that the chart right there at the very top. Let me get that there. There you go. Way up there, it says Nvidia 125.38, and I'm having you buy a put contract that dies this Friday, the 12th of July, a 115 put for 23 cents. And then down here, I'm telling you to write or sell a 120 put contract that expires on the 12th of July, Friday. This is a 5-day trade if you do it on Monday morning, just to give you an idea. You'll have to pay 88 cents for the one contract. You'll have to pay 23 cents for the contract you buy, which is this one up here, and you'll get a credit of 88 cents for the contract you sell. Take a look here at the overall scenario, and you can tell here that we have net credit to you of 65 cents. So you're going to be paid in cash $65 for the $500 commitment, or if you're doing 20 of these, you're going to get $1,300 in your account to do this trade. You'll have to have 10 grand to do the trade, but you'll get paid 1,300 up front, and you'll now have 11,300 in your account until you decide to close this trade out. Now, you don't have to close this trade out. You can just wait the 5 days until Friday and see where the chips fall as to how you will do. The odds of you making money in this trade, if you go to the very bottom of this little chart here, 81.6%. How can you have an 81% chance of making money on this kind of a trade, you might ask? And I'm going to go back to this chart right here. If you are writing a put contract for $120 and buying one for $115, you're talking about the bottom two price points on this chart. Go way over to the far right there, you'll see 115, 120. If the shares stay above 120 a share until Friday afternoon, when we close for the week, these two contracts will die worthless. So either one of each or up to 20 of each, just my example of using $10,000 of capital. They will die worthless. You get to keep all $1,300 or all $65 per contract. The shares fluctuate between 121 and 129 all week long, and they close at 125.38 next Friday afternoon. These contracts are worthless, and you will keep all the money. You can at any time close this trade out and just reverse out and just walk away from it. Obviously, if the shares go higher, say on Tuesday to 130 at $130, these contracts will lose value even faster because they're further out of the money. And by Tuesday, we're down to 3 days to go of life, and so it's likely you'll probably score half the money on this credit spread. In other words, closing it out, you'll keep $32, $35, or you'll keep $650 of your $1,300. On the other hand, if you don't do anything and let Wednesday come and go, Thursday come and go, and the shares are still in this 125 neighborhood or higher, or even at 122, these contracts will become very, very cheap, and they will likely die with zero value. On Friday, obviously, 120 or more, it's all over. Now, this transaction basically is you're speculating that the shares will not go under 120 bucks a share. And if you can write 20 at a time, bring in $1,300 for this week, you can now sit back and go, wait a minute, Uncle Bruce, if I were to next week, the next Monday, write another credit spread for, again, using $10,000, I could do 20 additional credit spreads, and I can pick the prices I want for these contracts based on where the shares are. If they close at 123 Friday night, I'm not going to do 120s and 115s. I might do 118s and 113s for the next Friday and have that $5 spread, but again, behind the market. On the other hand, if the shares go up to 128 or 129, maybe I'll consider moving up my strike prices to maybe 122 to 117 or 123, 118. I can move these two positions anywhere I want, and likely keeping in the same respective level behind the market, I could still bring in 65 cents on a $5 spread with 5 days to expiry. In other words, I could bring in another 1,300 bucks. If I do this every week, 4 weeks in a row, I'm bringing in $5,200 in a month. These are American dollars for you Canadians out there. 5,200 American dollars in a month. Why am I working again? You're asking yourself. This is the kind of money that can be made as an option writer. The gamblers who are trying to just buy a contract and hope for a big score, they need such an unbelievable move in such a short period of time to kind of get anywhere. They're gambling crazily to try to make money. If you buy this $120 put contract, the one down here at the very bottom right here, this one, you want to buy this contract right here, it's 88 cents. It's a $5.30 out of the money contract that dies in 4.5, 5 days. You need the stock to drop $6 or more to break even. You haven't made a dime even though you are right, you will lose. Whereas a writer has 538 protection already by just writing this contract. And each day that goes by, this contract loses 20% of its life because it dies in 5 days. This is where option writers really get the big win. They get the 80% plus opportunity to make money on this kind of a trade. And so if that appeals to you, this might be the way to go. You may want to become an option writer. And if you're going to become an option writer, you're going to need to know how this is done, how options work. Head over here, get yourself over to my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. You'll come over to my homepage. You'll find me here, and you'll click where it says classes on the top, and there you have it. There is the attention students classes in session. And then you can check out class number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. There's 17 of them, and this isn't a race. This is a marathon for the rest of your life. You'll be able to write options in all kinds of different strategies to bring in income into your account, into your retirement account, into your trading account. And you may find that for a number of you folks out there, you might find that, you know what, Bruce, this writing of options, I got 50 grand in stock or ETFs, and they're not doing a damn thing, getting 3, 4, 5% returns. I'm going to try to use 5 or 10 or 20,000 of this capital to start writing options with. And I'll start with practice accounts, and then I'll graduate up to a real account based on taking your lessons and hanging out with your channel and your family. This might become the way for you forward to say goodbye to your day job a lot sooner than you ever thought possible. In effect, I'm turning you into a self-employed person. It's not like you're not going to work anymore. You're actually going to continue to work, but what I'm going to make you do is become an asset manager of your assets that you have. Thank you for joining me today. Join me Monday to Friday. If you're a Gold Bagel member of this channel, 8 o'clock in the morning, Trade Alert show for Gold Bagel members only. 8:30 is when I start the show for everybody else. Come and join us until 10:30 in the morning, the hour before the opening, the hour after the opening. We're there for that whole time frame. Ask me questions about option trades and what's going on. Be more than happy to help you figure this all out. And maybe we can help you make a bunch of dinero and you can say goodbye to your day job. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed today's little presentation. See you next time. Bye for now.